Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Glenn Tan speaking. This time, we're going to talk about how to do the wiring from modular chiller to BMS, the connection. According to the modular chiller, either it is on-off, and also the series I divided into these 4 parts. The first part is going to talk about how to do the wiring from the D-series modular chiller, and the wire controller is DF61. First, we will talk about how to do the wiring from one controller to mounted chillers. And at this case, you can find that there are 2 heat pumps, which is 2 chillers, and with this one, we can first we need to combine them together, which is from the CN25, this circuit, and then to the first one, on the left side on the CN33, and from the CN25, this one connect to the CF61. And also don't forget to change the dip switch to identify your from different. And if this chiller, which is this one, it connect to the controller, we require the dip switch. It should be like this. And if you would like to connect to mount it, then just from here, this CN33 to the next CN25, this one is okay. And if you would like to connect to the BMS, only from here, this CN2, and then you need to use this one for the DS61 wire controller. This is just acting as a translator, because here is not RS485, and from here we can output the standard RS485 signal. And then you can combine them together if you have mounted systems. In this case, there are 2 systems, and this is system 2 from this CF61, and of course this would need to connect to the chillers. And also the output from here, which is this one, it can max connect to 255 systems, and just get through this RS485 converter, you can connect to the PC, which is the BMS system. As for this RS485 converter, you can choose from our grid, so we can provide you this 2, and it is the output USB and RS232. You can also buy this device in your local market, and also you can choose the Ethernet cable to be output, and also you can choose the USB. This is the ME30 appearance, and how to connect it is just at this side. You can find it here, this side. This is the power supply, and this 3 port. This port you need to connect to the CF61 wire controller, and as for this 2, it is the already output the RS485 signal. So you can choose either one of it as input and the other one as output. And for this one, you can choose one to connect to the other, like ME30, or to the PC directly. And as for the wire itself, and it is all crystal socket, and the wire is standard with this ME30. Don't worry about it. And besides, if you have mounted gateway, which is mounted ME30, then you need to change the this switch, which is inside this one, and it is a binary system, just like this. Just change it to be different to identify you are just from different system. It's okay. And also, if there are just only one gateway, please keep no change. This is just to change the address of this ME30, and it is on this switch 1. As for this switch 2, it is reserved, it's no use. In the second part, we'll talk about how to do the wiring from the D or E series modular chiller, and this one is on-off, and just apply the controller CF15A to the BMS system. This slide displays how to do the wiring from the D or E series. Actually, they are the same to the Y controller, and then from the Y controller to BMS system. And in this case, in this example, there are two chillers, and D or E, they are the same or similar. They can combine together. And if you, here is how to do it. Just from this chiller number 2, then the CN25, then you need to connect to this CN33 PCB on the left, and then from this CN25 to the Y controller. And on the other hand, don't forget to change the switch to identify your different chiller, this one and this one. And we require, if this chiller connect to the Y controller, this switch setting, it should be like this. And if you would like to connect more than 3 chillers, just from here, this CN33 to the next CN25 is okay. As for how to do the wiring to the BMS system, just output from here, the CN4, it is already standard RS485 signal. So you just need a RS485 converter. You can connect to the PC, which is the BMS system. As for this wire, here is the part code. You can remember it to do the wiring. As for this RS485 converter, it is the same as previous. You can buy from Gree. We can offer you this tool, or you can just prepare yourself. On the third part, we will talk about how to do the wiring from the inverter modular chiller. And for this one, it is only to apply this Y controller XE73, and also from here to the BMS system. This slide displays how to do the modularization of the chillers, and then from the Y controller to the BMS system. And for the modularization is similar to previous, and which is, you can see that here are 2 chillers, and just from the CN25 then to the first CN33, and also from this CN25 to the Y controller. And if you would like to connect to more than 3 chillers, then also from here the CN33 to the next CN25 is okay. And also don't forget to change the switch to identify your different chillers. And here is how to do the wiring for the modularization. And as for how to do the wiring to the PC, just from here, this CN2, also you need a RS485 converter. This is already the standard RS485 signal. And here is the part code for this wire. And you just need this RS485 converter, then you can connect to the PC. At the fourth part, we will talk about how to do the wiring from the on-off series, which is the D or E, and the inverter modular chiller series, which is the A or B, to the BMS. This slide displays how to do the wiring between the on-off D or E series and the inverter, which is the A or B series. Together, then they need to get through this RA5 converter, then to the PC. As you can find that the on-off controller. It is this one, CF15A or CF61. And for these two, they are just the button, which means you just control or change the parameter, change the setting by the button. But for the inverter series, we just apply this XE73. It is touch screen. And first of all, this touch screen, it cannot apply to the on-off chiller. It cannot use to this one, and also it cannot use to this either D or E series. And also it is the same. This CF15A and CF61, it cannot apply to the inverter chiller. And so if we would like to combine this inverter, this system, and also this system together, first we output this wire. Although it is already IS485, but we need to combine them. Then we need to use this CF61 too. And from this one, we can combine them together. And if it is CF61, then you need to apply this ME30. It's a translator to change the signal to the standard IS485, and also combine them together. Then you can get through this RS485 converter, then to the PC. And if your system is very large, that means the wire, either the length, or if there are more than 30 of this module, then you need to use this RS485 repeater to ensure the communication. And as for the wires, you can see there are lots of the wires. They are all standard with this module CF61 too. So if you have this one, you don't need to worry about the wire.